the legendary master of exporting Hawaii's plate lunch, the innovator of those yummy macadamia nut chocolate dip shortbread cookies, and the pioneer of in-supermarket bakeries and trendsetter for the farm-to-table concept in Hawaii. L&L Drive-In, Big Island Candies, and KTA Superstores. From humble beginnings to global expansion, these companies have transformed the way Hawaii does business. Join us as we meet inspiring CEOs on Founders and Visionaries next.
Founders and Visionaries is presented by Hawaii Business Magazine. You're watching Founders and Visionaries.
How many square feet is this?
A lot. We have about 4.5 acres here.
Wow. You get to come to work every day and smell chocolate as soon as you walk in the door.
But you know, because I've been this for so long, I can't smell it.
You can't smell it. And I love your packaging. I mean, look at this goldfish square. I mean, just the boxes themselves are gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you.
So Allan, you are a Hilo local boy, born and raised. You say you grew up just a few miles from here.
Yes, I did.
Look at what you've created.
You know, when you're so busy working, you don't realize what you've created. So sometimes it's great to step back, but it lasts only for like 30 seconds, then you go back into the grind.
Did you always have a sense that you were going to stay here on the Big Island one way or the other?
Yes, you're walking down the aisle to get your diploma, and all of a sudden it hits you like, what am I going to do for the rest of your life? And so I got a job as a trainee for American Security Bank. It didn't leave me with a good taste, so I left. And I went to work for a Swiss candy maker. You know, he was a really good man, very creative, but being a good tradesman doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good businessman. And the end result was he bellied up. And I decided, okay, I got a college degree, I'm gonna start my own thing. And that was a rude awakening. It's not
You had to go to the school of hard knocks along the way.
Yeah, in school they teach you about how to succeed, but there isn't a class on how to deal with failure. So that you have to learn on your own. And that is stressful. You cannot be experienced. That's where you get the real education in life.
So when you go through one of those cycles, when times are really tough and it's just you or you and a couple others, where do you get that fortitude to say, I'm not giving up?
I think it comes from, the Japanese have that saying, right, Yamato Damashi, you know, it's a fighting spirit, because you know, if you're gonna go down, you're gonna go down fighting, right? You know, there was a time where I thought about jumping off a bridge. It was that bad, but then I found out insurance doesn't cover suicide. So the only choice you have is, you know, you gotta go hard. There's a lot of luck involved, but when you see the opportunity, you know, you just have to work your butt off and make sure that you do it. So I learned through the years that, you know, business is like a chair. The more legs you add to the chair, the more stable your company will become. So we do retailing, we private label for other companies.
And tell me about your mail order business.
The mail order is huge. It's a big part of our business.
And what are your most popular products?
I think the chocolate dip cookie is the one that set us on the road to success. But now we have a whole new line, the Mika line, which is named after my granddaughter.
You're also known for some kind of bizarre, unique combinations you've created.
Oh, we have the chocolate Ikawa, arare, anything I can dip that is dry, mihimui, and people will be surprised to hear how much of the stuff I sell every month.
The Ika too.
Ika is the most famous. We have 2 food scientists on staff, so their job is to come up with creative stuff all the time.
It's just sit around all day and taste cookies and eat chocolate.
Yeah, really.
Where do I apply for that? So the next big thing from Big Island could be something chocolate covered like Oh Hello.
They don't talk much, do they?
No. The food scientists are very tight-lipped about all their secrets. Now, what marketing tricks have you used along the way to keep things moving?
You know, when you create a product, you've got to create it the best you can, because sooner or later somebody's going to try to copy you, and you have to make sure that they won't be able to do it any better than what you have. I think the success of Big Allan Candies, it's not necessarily the quality of the product, the packaging. Our success is based on the people that we have here. I had a friend years ago, and he said, "Allan, you fella like working here, yeah?" I said, "How did you know?" He said, "Because everybody's smiling."
Oh.
So that's when it really hit me that, you know, if you have happy people, you know, it will transfer into the customer service and everything else. And that's the secret of success. It's always family first. So I tell my guys, you know, go home, take care of the kids. You know, we'll help the community, support the community in other ways rather than your time. So it's my obligation to make sure that, you know, they have a good life, they can take care of their families, and they can, you know, do a lot of stuff that makes their life comfortable. And that's an obligation I think a lot of employers neglect or forget, you know, because family is really, really important, and it's part of the community too.
Do you feel like the more you give back, the more you get?
You know, if you start your own business with the sole purpose of making money, forget it. You know, it's not about money, it's about, you know, doing something that drives your passion, something that you love. You know, if you gotta worry about the bottom line, it's no fun. My Japanese friend told me once, he said, "Allan, you make $1, that's more than many of the other companies make, you know. So as long as I make $1, you know, that's fine."
And what gives you joy in all this?
Honestly, is my employees.
Wow, you're a good guy.
Sorry.
No, he tears up. That's so special. You really care about them like family. Yeah.
Wait.
Well, what you do for this community through them is really huge.
I have a really it's like an obligation. You know, us as employees, we have to remember they had a choice who they want to work for. Excuse me.
Well, I can understand why they choose you. It's okay, you're a good guy. That's why they're all smiling.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not Oprah Winfrey, you know. One of the things that's been really neat along the way is you really led the charge in using local products. You even coined a name for it, right?
Well, you know, I think it's an obligation for us to support the community, so we should be using local products. And it's fresher too, it's better for you. So we try to incorporate as much as we can.
Your daughter's coming up in the family business too. What roles is she playing?
She is a COO, so basically it says that she's running the company. Because the worst thing I can do is say, "Oh, I did that 30 years ago, it don't work." Times have changed, so you have to let them go and let them experience failures and success.
Well, what piece of advice would you like to give her?
Don't worry about the bottom line, it'll take care of itself, but just have fun. That's the whole key, to live longer.
So you're telling me to go in and taste the chocolates. I have to put this on.
You have to put it
I'm
on.
only doing it if you do.
Okay.
You know, most people would be against wearing a hairnet on TV, but I find it's just easier than keeping my hair nice. And plus, false eyelashes and a hairnet is a true local look, don't you think?
I agree.
Let's go.
Okay. And I'll try one too.
Look at that perfect diagonal. It's a work of art.
Cheers.
Cheers. Benefit of the job. That's delicious.